In the bustling city of Windrush, Sammy and his classmates stepped onto their school's rooftop garden, excited to check on their beloved plants. But something was wrong. Sammy frowned as he noticed that the once vibrant leaves were now drooping and wilting. "Look at the tomatoes and sunflowers," cried Mia, pointing at the sad-looking plants. The children gathered around, puzzled and concerned. "We need to find out what's happening," Sammy declared, his voice firm with determination. The adventure to save their garden had just begun. Back in the classroom, the children huddled around books and tablets, searching for clues about their wilting garden. "It could be bugs," suggested Leo. "Or maybe the plants are sick," but Sammy thought differently. "What if it's something in the air?" he proposed. The idea sparked interest, and the children decided to observe the garden and its surroundings more closely. They made lists of what they saw and smelled, noting everything that could possibly affect their plants. The next day, armed with notepads and pencils, Sammy and his friends observed the garden from morning till noon. They noticed the heavy traffic on the nearby road and the faint smoke from a distant factory. "The air smells funny sometimes," Mia noted, scrunching her nose. "And look, the leaves get dirtier by the afternoon," added Jaden, showing a dusty leaf. The pieces of the puzzle were slowly coming together, leading the kids closer to the cause of their garden's distress. To test their theory about air pollution, Sammy and his classmates set up simple experiments. They placed clean cloths around the garden and checked them after a day. The cloths were gray and sooty. "This must be from the cars and that factory," exclaimed Sammy. They also collected air samples in small jars to observe any changes. Their teacher, Miss Thompson, praised their efforts and encouraged them to think about solutions. It was clear that the air around their garden wasn't as clean as it should be. Gathered in their classroom, the children discussed their findings enthusiastically. "We know the problem. Now we need a plan," Sammy said confidently. They brainstormed ways to reduce pollution affecting their garden. Ideas flew around the room, from talking to local businesses to writing letters to the city council. Ms. Thompson suggested starting a campaign to raise awareness about the effects of pollution on plants and health. Sammy and his friends were excited to make a real difference. Armed with markers, colored paper, and lots of ideas, Sammy and his classmates got busy creating posters and flyers for their campaign, dubbed Green Air, Green Garden. They drew pictures of their rooftop garden, healthy plants and unhappy plants surrounded by smoke. "These will show everyone how important it is to have clean air for our plants and us," Mia explained as she added glitter to her poster. The classroom buzzed with activity, each child contributing to the campaign's success. The next step was for Sammy and a few classmates, accompanied by Ms. Thompson, to visit local businesses. They carried their posters and shared their findings about the pollution's impact on their garden. Sammy spoke passionately, asking the businesses to consider cleaner practices. "Even small changes can help," he urged. Many business owners were impressed and agreed to look into reducing their emissions. Sammy felt hopeful as they left each meeting, his heart full of pride for standing up for their garden. With the community invited, Sammy and his classmates presented their project at the school hall. They showed photos of their wilted plants, the sooty cloths, and explained how pollution was to blame. Parents, teachers, and neighbors listened intently. "We all need to work together to protect our plants and our health," Sammy concluded, his voice echoing in the packed hall. Applause broke out, and many attendees expressed their support, offering to help spread the word and make changes. Weeks passed, and the efforts of Sammy and his friends began to show. The air seemed cleaner, and the garden was thriving again. New buds sprouted, and the leaves shone under the sun. "Our hard work is paying off," cheered Jaden as they inspected the garden. The community had come together to reduce pollution, and it was making a difference. The children felt empowered, knowing their actions had helped heal their beloved garden. The rooftop garden was in full bloom, and Sammy and his classmates decided to throw a garden party to celebrate. Families and local business owners were invited. As everyone admired the lush greenery, Sammy stood up. "Thank you all for helping us," he said, smiling broadly. "We've learned that even kids like us can make a big difference in our community." Cheers filled the air, and the party continued with laughter and joy. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed the story. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures.